Hey everyone, I'm here with my 8 different flavors of mints that I'm growing in my garden. I've never grown this many mints before. In fact, I don't really like just regular like peppermint, spearmint flavors, but I have fallen in love over the last few years with some different flavored mints. So this year I just kind of went crazy, and it started because I don't remember which mint flavor I was looking for. Maybe it was apple mint. But then I found the site Mountain Valley Growers and I ordered 6 different varieties. I have 8 here. I will get to where I got all of these in just a second, but I originally ordered 6 and this was back in February. So do keep that in mind, that if you want a certain plant for your garden, you don't have to wait until it's time to plant it to order it. So I ordered in February. They just came last week when they were ready to plant. That way, order it early so it doesn't go out of stock. For example, I've even already ordered my bulbs for this fall. So if you know you want something for your garden, order it ahead of time. Now, if you go and order now, you will get sent any of these mints now, assuming they are in stock. So I'll link down their site below. They have even more flavors of mint. I think there was a lavender one, which I'm going back and forth on if I'm going to order or just wait till next year, but we'll see. So my love of flavored mints started with chocolate mint back here. And from Mountain Valley Growers, I ordered chocolate mint. I'd always wanted to try apple mint and couldn't find it in stores, so I ordered apple mint. And then I ordered orange mint. I ordered the lemon bergamot mint. I ordered, which one are you, banana mint. And then I ordered pineapple mint. So those were the 6 I originally ordered. But then I was at Gethsemane Garden Center in Chicago before these came. So after I'd ordered, but before they came in the mail. And I got a chocolate and apple mint because I'd never seen apple mint, like I said, in store before. I love chocolate mint. This one has been pretty easy for me to find in store, so I got backups just in case. Just in case of what? I don't know, but just in case. So I actually gave the 2 that I got from Mountain Valley Growers to a friend who likes tea, so hopefully she will enjoy those 2 mints. So I don't have the 2 from Mountain Valley Growers. These 2 are from Gethsemane, which is why I think you can see they're a little bit taller than the rest of the mints. The ones from Mountain Valley Growers were in like a 3-inch little nursery pot, so you can see they're much smaller, but these are going to grow super fast. We'll get into how invasive mint can be a little bit later in the video. So then I have 2 additional flavors. I got strawberry mint, which I don't think I saw on the Mountain Valley Growers site, but this was on the Stark Bros site, so I got that. And then I also found basil mint, and I think... See, now I'm getting confused. I know at least one of them I got from Farmers Market Garden Center in Chicago. I think it was this one, or maybe it was the apple mint. But those are the different places that I got these. So Mountain Valley Growers, the main one, then Stark Bros for strawberry, and then in Chicago, Gethsemane Garden Center and Farmers Market Garden Center. And I'm sure there's a bunch of other places, but I've never seen as many varieties in one place as I did on the Mountain Valley Growers website. Not sponsored. Just absolutely love it and plan to order again from them next year. So what I want to do first is go through each of these. I've only ever had chocolate mint before. I have nibbled on a few of the other ones that I got earlier, but I haven't even tried any of these yet. So what I want to do is take a little nibble, see how I like it, and then we'll get into some care tips for growing mint in containers, which even if you have a yard, I recommend growing mint in containers. And then talk a little bit about what I'm going to do with these this year. So let me start with one at a time, and we'll start with chocolate mint since I know that one the best. Something that's been interesting now that I have so many varieties is seeing the subtle differences between each of them. Like this one, for example, the chocolate mint, there is a little bit of like a deep purple, almost kind of looks brown, like chocolate tinge to the leaves, especially on the underside. So I just think that's so interesting how each of these look a little bit different. So like I said, this is the one that I have grown 2 years now. This will be my 3rd year. So let's take a little leaf off, give it a little test. Well, let's give it a smell first. It definitely smells like chocolate mint. It doesn't just smell like mint and then taste a little bit chocolatey. It smells like chocolate mint. So now, leaf taste test. I would actually say the first bite, I don't usually eat this raw, it's usually in tea, but the first bite is mint and then it immediately goes to chocolate. It's so good. I was contemplating keeping the additional one that I got sent after I got this backup, but really I get enough from one plant to keep me happy throughout the entire year because I will dry this mint and I didn't need to. So that's why I gave that one away. So let's put this down and then we'll try the apple mint next. Now I think you can already see a difference in the growth habit, and I wasn't sure if it was just this plant or if it was the variety in general. And I kind of wish I'd kept the one now just to show you, but this one kind of grows up in two main stalks and then has branches coming off, less bushy looking than the chocolate mint. And then the one I got was the exact same. It had two main stalks and then kind of branched off from there. So just a different growth habit compared to the other mints. So let's give you a sniff. I don't know if I would say necessarily smell apple right off the bat. It doesn't smell very strong of just like pure mint. Let's take a little bit of a leaf here. There definitely is what I would say more of like a green apple hint than like a sweeter red apple. And it's almost even less minty than the chocolate mint. Like the chocolate mint, I got a hit of mint right off the bat, then it went to chocolate. This kind of stayed the same the whole time. And it does have a very like light and crisp green apple flavor with this. I'm excited to make tea with this, probably iced tea in the summer and then hot tea in the winter, but I love this one. Another one with an interesting growth habit is this basil mint. So it's kind of growing more as like a ground cover, like creeping out of the pot. You can see here it wants to spread already, but I'm not sure if this one's going to get more bushy or if it's just kind of going to go over the pot. So we'll see how this grows. I can already smell this one. Okay, so nothing about this says basil to me, but it is citrusy. So I tried a piece of this before, but yeah, there's nothing about this that I would smell and say, oh, that smells like basil, but it smells very, very good. And it's even more potent smelling, I would say, than the other two so far. Like I can smell this one from here, and I couldn't smell the chocolate or the apple mint from here. Now we'll take a leaf, and I am making sure I don't see any bugs on these leaves, although I'm sure I've eaten a bug or two in my lifetime. This one right off the bat, I get a different flavor. There's not really a ton of mint. I would say compared to the other two, this so far has the least like mint-y flavor. It's definitely more citrus, but I did taste a bit more of something herbal than I did the only other time that I've tried a leaf off of this. I haven't made tea with any of these yet. I might make one today. I don't know, we'll see. I have a whole video showing how I make tea with my herbs. I will link that down below. But I think this is gonna be like one that I absolutely love. I don't know how easy basil mint is to find. I don't think I saw it on the Mountain Valley Growers website. This again, I'm pretty sure was Gethsemane, but I think this one is going to become one of my favorites, although I've loved all of them so far, but this one is just exceptional. And I didn't expect to love it with the name basil mint, even though I do love basil as much as I actually do. But again, I would never describe this as a basil tasting plant. We're gonna do strawberry mint next. This one has the tiniest leaves of the ones that I've shown you so far. This again was online from Stark Bros, and give it a sniff. Oh yeah, that's an immediate hit of strawberry. More of like a strawberry candy smell than like a natural strawberry that you would find on a plant. It smells so good. Okay, let's take a little leaf. These are all going to be my favorite. So this, very good. I do get, similar to the chocolate, I feel like I got the mint hint first and then a berry flavor. And I would say that the berry flavor, definitely you can tell it's strawberry. Whether it tastes like a real strawberry or kind of has, again, that like candy strawberry flavor to it. It's so good. I was not, well, I guess I was expecting this to be as good as it was, but I'm going to be in love with all of these. All right, now we are moving into the ones that I got all from Mountain Valley Growers. And this is the orange. It's the largest one so far of the ones that I've gotten. So, it definitely smells citrusy. I don't know if I get an immediate orange. In fact, it kind of smells similar to the basil mint, but definitely citrusy. It does not smell like mint at all to me. Taste test. Okay, I still get citrus. Again, not overwhelmingly like an orange flavor, whereas the strawberry, I could tell that that flavor was strawberry. This, again, just kind of tastes citrusy. It's good. I have actually a leaf from the basil. They are different. I thought this was very similar to the basil at first, which it is relatively smell-wise, taste-wise the most similar, but this does taste different. So I'm glad I have both of these. But yeah, not overwhelmingly orange, but definitely a citrusy flavor. Next up is the pineapple mint, and this has some white, very, very light yellow variegation on the leaves, and I think that's really cool. So we'll give it a sniff. Yeah, this is fruity. I would say, so I have pineapple sage. I would say right off the bat, pineapple sage smells more like a fresh pineapple. This kind of similarly to the strawberry smells more like a pineapple candy, so still very good. Now let's give it a little taste test. Let's take just a tiny leaf here. Okay, I really like this. It doesn't have the mint hit at first like some of the other ones do. Again, it just kind of tastes like something different, but I definitely get a pineapple flavor from this. I'm 100%, well, I'm gonna try all of these on their own because I need to know how they taste on their own as teas, but I'm definitely mixing this with my pineapple sage because I think that's gonna be a fantastic combination, but I love this one. And then second to last is lemon bergamot mint. So this one is one of the smaller ones that I got, but again, these are going to get huge very quickly. I feel like it's similar where, again, I'm not getting a huge scent of lemon. Maybe it'll be different when it gets larger, but I am getting a citrusy scent from it. I'm trying to describe this as best as possible since you're not here to sniff or taste them with me, but to give you an idea in case you do want to get any of these for your garden. All right, taste test. I love this. So it is lemon bergamot. It's not just straight up lemon. I almost feel like I taste more of the bergamot than the lemon, but it is also citrusy, but a lighter, sweeter, fruity flavor than either the orange or the basil one I thought also tasted citrusy. This is really good, really refreshing, I would say. This is the only one that I would describe so far as a refreshing mint. And this is the smallest one so far. It is the little baby banana mint. This one I think is the one I'm most excited to mix with the other flavors because you have strawberry banana, chocolate covered banana, pineapple banana. I think this will all be really good. Again, very, very small, but will grow. So let's sniff it. Ooh, I definitely get a little bit of a hint of banana, and it's not overwhelming. It's not like I would say the strawberry one, which smelled like very sweet strawberry candy. It's just kind of like a hint of banana, but it smells very good. So now I'll take a little leaf. This is very good and unexpected. I don't know, and I don't want to take another leaf because it's so small. I don't know if I would immediately know it's banana, but it's a very like deep, delicious fruit flavor. So maybe it is kind of more like a banana. It's not citrusy at all. It's not like a berry, but it's very, very good. I think this is like the most non-mint flavored one as well. So this is very interesting. I want to take more of it, but again, it's so small, but it's really good. I almost feel like, well, I think it'll be good with all of them, but I feel like the chocolate will pair really well with this one because it is a bit of a deeper flavor. Like it's not a light fruity flavor, but like a very deep, rich fruity flavor. So I'm excited. I love all of these. So now let me get into some care tips and how I'm going to use these. We'll hang out with the OG chocolate mint here while I talk through some care tips. But first, and I would say most important, is grow your mint in a container because these will spread. They will spread like crazy. They are incredibly invasive, and if you're growing them either in the ground, they will spread everywhere and it'll be very difficult to remove it. And if you're growing it in, like, let's say a raised bed, it can smother out the other plants. So always keep it separate, even if you aren't gardening in a container garden. Also, if you have something like this, a terracotta pot with a drainage hole, and you put it on the ground, mint can grow out of the bottom of the drainage hole and spread that way. So I would put it on, either lift it up off of the ground, put it on a patio, put it on a cement sidewalk. Although I did hear that mint can even grow in wet cement, which I've never tried myself, but that's a testament to how incredibly aggressive of a grower this plant is. On that, it's also been very difficult for me to kill. There are some pest issues that I've had with it, but it is a very hardy herb. Now this is actually a perennial, so it's not an annual. You can grow it year after year, and typically I haven't been, well, I have overwintered some herbs in the past. I didn't do any last year just because I didn't really want that extra step. But I think because I have so many, and from this little taste test, I'm going to love them all. I think I am going to try to overwinter these outside in their pots. So the mint will go dormant once the temperature gets colder. You can go ahead and cut off all of the stalks because the leaves will die back, and then it should regrow again next year. Now, the issues I've personally had in my garden, one, this is terracotta, so it doesn't always hold up in the winter, but my plan is to put this in a temporary greenhouse that I set up on the winter on the back deck and put this in there with all of my other mints, so that should hopefully protect it. The other issue I've had is root rot with my perennials, but since this again will be in a covered greenhouse, it won't be getting snowed or rained on. So that's going to be my plan. I am going to try to overwinter and save all of these. When it comes to sun, they do prefer full sun, but they can also handle a little bit of shade. So if you have a part shade environment, try growing some mint there as well. Regular potting soil is fine. I think this is one of them where they say like it doesn't need a lot of fertilizer. It can handle almost any soil or growing environment, but I do fertilize because I do grow them in pots. These are 8-inch terracotta. Typically by the end of the season, the roots are very root bound in here, so you can go up for sure. Like if you want an even bigger plant, you can do 10, 12. It'll probably take over if you had like the 30-gallon grow bag that I have over here. So they will take over. So I do think you can fit them in an 8-inch pot like I do, but I think it would probably be happier in a larger pot. But this is all the space that I have for them, and they do well throughout the season, so that's what I'm going to stick with. But I do apply liquid fertilizer. My herbs, it's not as often as my like flowering annuals or my vegetables, but I would say maybe once every like three-ish weeks, I'm applying a liquid fertilizer. And when I planted these, I did use the mix of potting soil, compost, and perlite that I use for basically almost everything in my garden. So that is how I grow them. Watering, that's going to completely depend on your growing environment, but in pots this size, they are getting watered once a day. I have them, well, I will have my drip system turned on to water them every morning, and then in the high heat of the summer, because it is full southern exposure sun up here, I might come out like late afternoon, early afternoon, depending on how hot it is, and give them a second drink of water, because some of them will be starting to wilt if I don't do that. So, but again, that's going to depend on pot size, amount of sun, morning sun, afternoon sun, but mine, I have to water every day in these pots. So not only are these perennial, and you can grow them year after year, but they're also very easy to propagate. So if I like snipped off a stem, took off some of the lower leaves, stuck it in water, wait for it to root, and then replant it, it'll continue to grow. So you can create multiple mint plants very easily from one mint plant. Like I said, they want to grow and spread as much as possible. So what am I going to do with 8 different flavors of mint? Excellent question. Like I've mentioned a few times, tea is the main thing that I do with these. I love tea. I have tea almost every day. And ever since I started making tea with herbs from my garden, I've become even more obsessed. Like it's very hard for me to go back to store-bought tea when I have tea with either my fresh or dried herbs. I tend to harvest and dry my herbs just because you use less when you're drying them than you need when you're making tea with fresh herbs. Again, I'll link the whole video with those details down below. But I am obsessed with tea from these herbs, and I'm very excited to see which ones I like the best. Like I said, I'm going to do individual teas for sure, like in tea with each of these just individually, try out some combinations, have some fun with it. So I'm excited about that. I also know that there is a good mint chocolate ice cream that I made a couple years ago. I think the first year, that was really good. Other than that, I haven't done a ton, but my plan is to, especially with all these flavors, dry a bunch, put it into like the herb shakers that I just get off of Amazon, add them to things, try some desserts with these. I'm sure there's going to be a ton of delicious like cupcakes or something that you can make using these herbs. So I'm really excited. I will obviously take you along as I do that and make different things with these, but I'm going to play around more with these herbs for sure this year. I'm hoping that they all survive winter. If not, I'm definitely ordering again. I need to get, do I want to get it this year? I really want to try the lavender mint as well because I love lavender flavored things. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the mints back. I don't have space for all of them, which is an ongoing problem in my garden, or not a specific space or a permanent space for them yet, but let me put them all back. I'll show you my herb rack. And you know what, maybe I will then harvest some to make some tea on the larger ones, not the smaller ones. So here's my herb rack. Right now I have the pineapple, lemon, bergamot, and banana just on the deck. And then I have the rest of them mixed in here. Now I do have drip set up for everything that's on either the center rack or the 2 plant stands on the side. I don't have it for these, so I'm gonna figure all of this out. I might like move the leeks or the chives to a grow bag. I'm not really sure yet, but this is the section where I put all of my herbs. Now I should mention one thing I have heard, and because I haven't grown a lot of flavors of mint like this before, I haven't experienced it myself, but if you're growing different flavors of mint right next to each other, there can be like cross-pollination and kind of mixing the flavors together, which I don't really know if I mind that, but I don't really have the space to space them out any more than they are. So whatever happens, happens. So I'm gonna harvest some. I'm definitely gonna take some off the apple because it's large, and maybe some off the strawberry just to shape it a little more. You wanna prune these or harvest these regularly, which I do anyway throughout the season, but you can shape them however you want. I would say probably don't take more than like 1/3 of the plant off at a time. But again, with mint, I could probably cut it all the way back right now and it would still grow back. So let's go harvest some, and then I think I might make a tea and see how it tastes. My apple is by far the largest. So I'm just gonna snip and just snip above a leaf set, and then it'll branch out from there. I do want this to be more bushy than it is tall right now. So I'm just snipping off. I'll take those 3. I think that's good. And then let's take some of the strawberry. So it's definitely going to be more heavy on the apple than the strawberry, but these I'm excited, especially because the strawberry was so much more potent than I expected it to be. So I'm excited to see how this tastes together. So I'm gonna go rinse these, make some tea, and then I will let you know how they are.
I'm back with my tea. I haven't tried it yet, but something I noticed while I was making it is when I was pulling the apple mint leaves off the stems, I didn't notice much of a scent, or wasn't strong enough for me to notice, but as soon as I started touching the leaves of the strawberry mint, the area just filled with that scent. And not only that, but I left to have it steep for like 5 minutes. I came back and the scent of the strawberry mint was still there. So I'm excited. That one seems to have at least a very potent scent, which would lead me to believe the flavors will be more potent, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and take a sip. It looks more greenish yellow in person than it does on camera, but let's see what it tastes like. Is it too hot? Let's see. Okay, this is interesting, because for as much of the strawberry scent as I got, it definitely tastes more apple mint. Now I did use like 4 times the amount of apple as I did to strawberry just because I had more, but I was expecting much more of the strawberry flavor, again, just based on the scent. But this is really good. And I think, I'm trying to remember eating the apple mint fresh, if I had much of the minty or more just a light apple flavor, but this is a good combination of like, it's definitely, like there is mint in here, but there is that light citrusy flavor that I think makes this perfect for the summer especially. Definitely also for an iced tea, but let me try. Yeah, it's really good. I don't know if I taste the strawberry at all. Although, however, maybe because I've never had them before, what I'm tasting is actually the strawberry. But no, it tastes like light green apple flavor. I don't taste the strawberry very much. So I'm gonna have to get more strawberry once it grows larger, make one separately just for that and see how it is. But this is really exciting. I'm so excited to have all of these flavors. I didn't know all of these flavors existed, so I will tell you everything that I end up doing with them. I need to Google a whole bunch of recipes, but I think these are gonna be fantastic. And I will say, I always usually save like oregano, thyme, rosemary, because you cook with those, but I don't usually save like sweeter flavored herbs for that purchase. I usually use them for tea, but I'm thinking like, even if I had some strawberry mint that I sprinkled in yogurt or on top of something, like oatmeal. Oh my God, it'd be so good in oatmeal. There's so many things that I never really thought of saving like a dried sweet flavored herb before that I'm going to do for sure. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you're trying any other varieties of mint that I don't have, and I will try to add them to my garden going forward. But thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.